This week, the latest Tatuaje Monster release, some new Viaje releases, a cigar based on a popular TV character, and perhaps the most iconic Opus X to date. Stay tuned. This is a Security Weekly production. And welcome everyone to Stogie Geeks News. I'm your host, Paul Sadarian, broadcasting live from G-Unit Studios in Rhode Island. Mr. Will Cooper is on the lines from rainy South Carolina. Welcome, Will.
Actually,
North Carolina, sorry. You said South Carolina right before the show, and then they got stuck in my head.
Yeah. But we are pretty close to South Carolina where I am. It's only about 10 miles.
And the rain you're getting is not from the hurricane.
From what I understand, it's not the hurricane, and the Charlotte area will probably miss most of the brunt of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually been one hurricane that they talk about. It was called Hugo that hit 89 in Charlotte, and that's the storm everyone talks about down here. But it is rare for a hurricane to come that far inland. Right. But that one particularly did.
Interesting. So let's see. Tatuaje has releasing, right? It's the time. It's release time. This is exciting. We get a new Tatuaje Monster release, like now.
We get a new. It's what they announced at what Pete Johnson announced is what he calls the Unlucky 13 at the beginning of the week. Basically, 13 retailers can receive that custom hand-painted dress box. But at the same time, it kind of signals that the Tatuaje Monster is on its way. And this year, the theme was from A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
I keep mixing it up with Friday the 13th. I know, but it's Nightmare on Elm Street. And
Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy Krueger.
It's Freddy Krueger, yes. And I think I made that mistake the other night on the show. It is Freddy Krueger. The cigar is called The Krueger.
Do we have a picture of the box? Can we get the box up on the? Do we have the picture? It's a really cool. It's a really cool looking box, Will.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Definitely one of my favorites. You know,
the thing that was interesting about this cigar was at the trade show, it was hard to find it at the Tatuaje. I missed getting a picture of that at the Tatuaje booth, and I don't know how I did it. But Tatuaje and L'Atelier were in the same booth, and they did have a lot of stuff. But this cigar is going to feature a Mexican wrapper. So it is the first time that the cigar, actually it's the second time that a Tatuaje Monster has received a Mexican wrapper. The face was the first. It's going to be a 7 1/4 by 48 Bellicoso, and that's actually the third Bellicoso in the Monster series, joining the Drac and the Wolfman. And there's a list of by now, when you're hearing this, I bet the dress boxes are already sold out.
Okay, I see.
If they're not, or if stores are taking pre-orders, they're probably sold out. But there's a list on Cigar Coop. For our folks in Rhode Island, Cigar Smiths in Tiverton is going to have it. And for folks in North Carolina, the Cigar Box in Columbia, South Carolina, a great shop, is going to have it.
Awesome. Let's see. Viaje has some new releases, Will.
Yep. So first up, it's I guess Viaje goes with the Halloween theme too. They've had a cigar called Full Moon out since 2013. They come out with it once a year. This year, they decided to make what's called a collector's edition. So what Andre Farkas refers to as a collector's edition is it's typically a size of the cigar that's a one and done forever. I don't know how much more he'll be able to do that with FDA. But this year, the collector's edition is a 6x56 Toro of the Viaje Full Moon. It's got some different packaging. They used to come in these circle boxes that looked like the Lennox boxes, with circular. Mm-hmm. But these are in more rectangular, traditional boxes. And no detail if the blend is particularly changed or not. Usually, Andre, it's the vintage of tobacco. So that should be hitting the stores. I've been told it's shipping on the week of October 10th.
And I'm sorry, Will, is this the first or second, or what release of the Full Moon is this?
Actually, it's the fourth.
It's the fourth, right? That packaging looks really interesting, though. I don't remember that packaging being that spectacular.
It's all new. He did it all new for
It
the.
looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean it really it really popped out at me too. And if you look at in the picture, you'll see there's a footer band, and that designates it as a collector's edition, as the one and done. So yeah, and the full moon, the band is really cool too. It's got kind of a real that Halloween theme on it. And I know you're a big Halloween guy, Paul.
I am.
So yeah, and this is I've smoked the full moons. I really like I think it's one of the better releases. It goes under the radar by him. Yep.
And I like his Exclusivo line.
Yeah, and he's got an Exclusivo Nicaragua coming out, which is the actual thing is Exclusivo is actually made in Honduras. It's made at the Raíces Cubanas factory.
And did the original Exclusivo have Honduran tobacco in it?
No, it's all Nicaraguan.
Oh, so what's the difference between Exclusivo and Exclusivo Nicaraguan?
I've been told it is a different blend, and this is being actually produced in Nicaragua at the Casa Fernandez factory.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but it's not replacing Exclusivo; it's going to complement it. So it will have the blue and white colors as far as to denote that those are the flag colors of the Nicaragua that you'll see on there. And those are also shipping with the full moons, I've been told, the week of October 10th. It will be in the same sizes currently as Exclusivo is shipped in.
Gotcha.
So it's the Robusto, the Double R, and the Toro.
Nice. I like the Exclusivo. I'm curious to try the Nicaragua. I haven't tried that one yet. So
yeah.
The Luscious Lion.
Yeah, this in the notes there's a bad link in there, by the way. It looks like, but I could talk about Luscious Lion. I gotta be honest, I did not know who Luscious Lion was.
I don't know who Luscious Lion is either.
Yeah, but apparently
in Empire. Okay, I've watched a couple of episodes of Empire. I heard that's actually a pretty good show, and I actually saw this in my cigar news that I was reading on my phone.
Yeah. I guess it's Lucius Lyon, I think it is.
Yes.
He's a character. I think he's like the villain on the show Empire.
Yes.
Basically, General Cigars worked on this project. They're distributing it through a group called Meyer and Dutch, which Meyer and Dutch is another distribution kind of under the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. They're really a brick and mortar distribution arm for a lot of the stuff that you see in Cigars International, is really what they do. So as opposed to ordering it directly from General, you order it from Meyer and Dutch. It's meant to be a higher end line. It's in Ecuador and Connecticut in tubes. And they're also going to have a line of accessories to go with it. The cigar itself features a Connecticut shade wrapper, Mexican San Andreas binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan filler, made in Honduras, 3 sizes, 5x50 Robusto, number 1, a 6x54 Torpedo, that's a number 2, and a 6x52 Toro, that's a number 3.
And I'm sorry, who's distributing this again, Will?
Meyer and Dutch. So think it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're a distribution arm for Cigars International, and General, Meyer and Dutch, and Cigars International all owned by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. But what Meyer and Dutch does is they take a lot of the stuff that you would normally see in CI, Cigars International, and they sell it to brick and mortars as well.
Gotcha.
And they're getting, they get a lot of exclusive stuff like this, and that's kind of what they did something with Sons of Anarchy as well.
Yeah.
So it's not the first TV show they've done with this.
So will this be this is a brick and mortar only release?
Probably that, and you'll probably see it on Cigars International.
I see.
As well.
Oh, I see.
But
so
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's exclusive to CI and sold to brick and mortars.
Yes. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now we got an Opus X. Now I'm interested. Now you've piqued my interest here.
Yeah. So the show was just a show last year in 2015. It never made it out. They showed it at the show again this year, and I assume it's got to make it out now, or already had to somehow make it out with FDA. This has been the cigar I've been absolutely wanting to smoke for 2 years. It's the 20-year celebration because it's the 20th anniversary of Opus X. And the pictures I put just do not do justice for this cigar.
It looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah,
the light was very tough to get some of these pictures, but from IPCVR. But trust me, it's got a blue band version of the Opus X. It just, everyone says blue bands don't sell. This is gonna sell. Okay. This is an absolute box purchase on site alone, in my opinion, because I can't see this being a bad cigar. We don't know much about the blend, other than it's got a Fuente tobacco in it. It's probably Dominican Puro. It's different than the base Opus X blend, and it's got 4 sizes: a 5 3/4 by 52 called Believe. It's got a 6 3/8 by 52 called The Power of the Dream. Appropriate one here, father and son, 6 1/4 by 49. That's like a classic Fuente size. And then God's Whisper, 6 1/2 by 56. These are supposed to ship this month. I don't know who's getting them. Like, I know I'm gonna get. Where can I buy these? We don't know who's getting them.
Any idea how limited the distribution is going to be?
We don't. Nope. And I'm gonna actually start asking around to see if anyone is. I imagine if you have the Fuente shops who are getting getting the Opus X or the Oros, they're probably going to be the shops to get this, is what I'll say.
Right.
The cigars go for about $17 to $20 a cigar. It's not the worst priced Opus in the world, is what I'll say.
Yeah, it's not a $30 Padron or anything.
Yeah, I think they're 14 or 15 count box. I mean, the box counts I'm not sure, but if you see these things for $700, you're getting ripped off.
I got you.
Is what I'll just say. Yeah, I mean, but I tell you, when I was asked what cigar I wanted to smoke most out of IPCVR in the last 2 years, it's been this cigar. Yeah, so it looks like it's finally coming out.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for this one. No FDA news this week, Will.
Thank goodness. No, there's no FDA news this week. Actually, I've heard there may be some stuff again. They may be challenging some of the package laws. I heard some of the anti-tobacco groups, but that more on the cigarette end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes Stogie Geeks news for today. Make sure you check out the Stogie Geeks show every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and all the cigar reviews and news at cigar-coop.com.